Okay, just for you, here's this is the cul-de-sac that we live on. This is the property that I was telling you about that I want to buy yesterday. This is an acre. However, this is ours. So, we have a lot of stumps because we cut down some trees. Obviously. There's my funny little fence. And we've got our funny little signs up so that people will stop driving over here. We had a bunch of four-wheelers just riding through our fucking property. They're dicks. This is Stumpy. We haven't had time to work on him yet, so he's burned for right now. But we're gonna continue getting this stump out. And there's a bunch of his branches. Giant sand pile. This is our little, there's like a driveway like thing through our entire property, which is why four-wheelers would come back here. And then this is a palm. We tried to kill it. Like you can see, it's black. We burned it, and it came back stronger. So it's gonna be a motherfucker to pull out of there, but it's gotta come out. So this is like, we have like a wooded area. We've been pruning back here specifically because we've been gathering mulch. There's some good mulch there. It's gonna go on our plants. And if you see, all this is pine needles throughout here, which is great mulch. But this area back here, yeah, there's a tent. We used that for our storage before we bought the shed. So we've been pruning back on in this area. And there's a little tree we cut down here that's gonna get chopped up and turned into mulch. But this area is where I've been working. If you can't tell, it's a lot less dense than the other areas. I've been pruning back all these branches. A lot of these trees are gonna come out of here. And then this is amazing. Wait, you'll love this. So this is years and years of mulch that's just been created. So we were digging some of this out, and it went into our giant mulch pile that we've been working on. Yeah. And I had to, there's a bunch of vines up here, so I've been taking those down. And there's the pile of stuff that I pruned, at least one of them. This area was, you couldn't even walk through this. It was so dense. Like this space right here that you're seeing, I could not walk through this before. It was so bad. So this is all the stuff that I pruned the other day. It's just sitting here decomposing. There's a tent. We got a wheelbarrow. Nothing too exciting there. This is our mulch, our layered mulch pile. Now in here, there's a layer of cardboard, and then it's all pine needles, leaves, branches, anything that'll pretty much decompose over time. And then over the top of this right now, well, part of it is cow manure. So it'll break that all down nicely. And we got soil sitting here, getting ready to go on top of that. We have a lot of palms. This is the end of my property, by the way. This is where I have these little stumps set up. Those are markers for the end of our property. This is somebody else's, which I'd love to have, but he ain't gonna give it up without a fight. Here's another palm bush, as I like to call it. It's also probably gonna get the fuck out of here because I ain't dealing with that. Our cardboard pile, because we're gonna put more cardboard on top of that. These are all our millions of pots that just sit here until we're ready to use them. My bonfire pit. Over here, this is Moxie's tree. We call it that because this is where we usually have her strapped up to when we're here because we haven't had a fence yet. So there's a leash attached to it in her little doggy bowl. This is also another forested area, like type thing that's gonna get cleared out. We got a trash can. There's a bunch of garbage over here right now because we're messy. Our little chairs of happiness. Back here we have some chopped up wood from the trees that we cut down. All this bark is going to make great mulch. Because a lot of them, the bark was just falling off of. So we're going to throw this in the mulch pile too. Lots of leaves that we're going to gather up for mulch as well. We have a tarp just hanging there. There's a palm. Over here, this is usually where we plant. We got it as a table because bending over sucks after a while. This is our compost bin. We got some plants here. These are ones that can't be in the greenhouse because they get too hot. So this is my leafy greens. We got spinach, broccoli rabe, kale. Over here, this is great Solomon seed. And he can't go in there because he's also You can't get hot. There's eventually another compost bin. IBC totes for when we start collecting water. There's the fence of the neighbor, so that's this side of the property, and it goes all the way down there. Then there's, of course, the greenhouse, which is lovely. I'll take you in there in a minute. We've got the mini greenhouse, and these are just squash in here. And right now they're venting because it got too hot. And we have logs actually lining the entire thing of this because it gets pretty windy. And this thing is just aluminum, so. And then here's a greenhouse. We got trees. This is a section of trees. There's 3 more here. This is banana. We got olive. Citrus in this row. So there's orange, lemon, lime. Lime is this little guy. Blueberries, grapes. There's another grape down here, this little one, but it hasn't come up yet. Papaya, guava, kiwi in the back, which you can't see over the guava. And then this little guy back here is a fig. And then there's leafy greens up here. These ones actually thrive off of heat. So we have like mustard. They're doing quite well, obviously. And then we got corn in the back there, which is coming up real nice. Mike's moving in new plants right now that we just planted, so we have a bunch of new herbs. Cucumbers, beans, these are chickpeas. And then this whole section right here with my cages, these are tomatoes and peppers. We're going to have to get some more cages, obviously, because I have a ton of tomatoes and peppers. So we're going to have to go get some more of those. Over here I got radishes, these big guys on the bottom here. So these ones here in this row, these are all radishes. And then this whole section pretty much is herbs. So I have echinacea, nettles, basil. Oh, my chamomile. You have to see how green these guys are. And that's chamomile. Behind it, there's some mullein. Dill. Marshmallow over there. Oats. That's that big tall guy there. Calendula. These guys are just, they're falling over now, but they're so big. Cilantro. I got some strawberries up here. They're coming in finally. Feverfew, also a really green plant. Lavender back there, ashwagandha, valerian, some more basil. I've got tons of stuff. Carrots right there. What's this little guy? That's Brussels sprouts there, that little one. Some skullcap. What else do we got? We got so many, it's not even funny. Okay, well, it's too hot in here. These are turnips. These guys, they're coming in green. They just got watered, so they fell over. Some lettuce. But I gotta get out of here. It's hot. It's 85 in here. We're venting right now. If you can see, I got the doors open and the windows and everything else. Because it was like 150. Now, to the back of the property, I've got several palms. These guys are probably going to come out of here because this is where I'm going to put my fruit trees in this area. And I have some more prunes branches that I knocked down. Our shed's back there, tucked away. But back here, there's another stupid palm bush that looks like crap. That's going to come out of there too. And then this is actually a little makeshift greenhouse out of a water jug. And in here, I have a pineapple. And it's actually, if you could see that, it's coming in nicely. I need to do some pruning. I'm going to put that back on there. So that's my little mini greenhouse. Makeshift greenhouse, whatever you want to call it. And then back here, whew, tired. Back here we've got pumpkins all in this section. This is all pumpkins. And they're just really green. They're growing really well back here. And this is obviously in mulch and dirt. Well, soil, whatever you want to call it. This is another pumpkin here. And then this little guy's a watermelon. Coming in nicely. There's another pumpkin. That one's also a pumpkin, I think. That over there, this little guy is a melon. I got another melon. Oh, it's a watermelon. Heart gold melon. Another watermelon. And I think that's a cantaloupe. Might be a honeydew. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. My labels like all fell off of everything, so ignore the loudness. So this whole little area is going to be just melons, and then in between all of this stuff right now we have corns and beans, because they'll grow, synchronistically. So in between these guys here and these guys here, we have corn and beans. And it's not like a huge plot. It probably looks bigger to you, but it's not really. This isn't a huge area, so it's going to be nice. And then we've got some palms creating some shade, because those can't be in direct sunlight. It'll burn them. They'll get scorched. So those are probably, like, any of the shade is probably going to stay. And then back here, this is the back of the property. And, so, yeah, and then we got some more funny little signs on another orange fence to keep fuckers out. And we blocked it off with some trees and stuff that we knocked down. So there's the tour of our land. I hope you enjoyed it.